Okay, third time's a charm. So we're gonna try this for a third time because apparently I forgot how to record videos, especially when it's just me by myself. Hello, everybody. I'm DB from the Backroom crew, and I'm here to give you my spoiler-free review of Deadpool. Movie just dropped on. Well, it had a preview session on Thursday, the 11th, and it's officially dropped today on the 12th. So I'm just gonna give you a basic rundown, thoughts and everything, and if I thought that they could have changed some things or whatnot like that, but I'm gonna try to keep it from being spoilers or whatnot. The funny thing about this movie is really hard to do any spoilers because it seems like Deadpool pretty much kind of spoils it himself. You know, everything that he says and makes references to in this movie is pretty much outside stuff. If you don't know Deadpool, Deadpool is a character from Marvel Comics that basically he breaks the fourth wall all the time. He interacts with the crowd. It's like he knows, well, he does know that he's a comic book character. And I had to look up the history of Deadpool because I didn't know it myself. I had to look up a little bit about his past and everything like that, what type of character he was. Because in all honesty, I'm not really the biggest Deadpool fan. You know, my brother was more of a Deadpool fan than me. I never really understood the lore in him and everything like that. I'm still not the biggest of fans or whatnot, but I can say that I do respect Deadpool, respect the character and whatnot, what Rob Liefeld was trying to create with him. It wasn't just a parody of Deathstroke or whatnot like that. It was an actual, it seemed like it was an actual thought up character or whatnot. He, you know, between him and other writers giving him a backstory that explains his twisted point of view and everything like that, his darkness with himself and everything. So I can respect that, you know, I can get down with that. So let's get a little bit into what some of the things that I thought about it. Overall, I thought that the acting was good. The acting was very good. Ryan Reynolds, he killed it. I mean, he's been waiting for this role for like a decade. So him pretty much, he killed it as Deadpool character. You could tell he was that anti-hero, hero slash non-hero character. He really did it justice. The attitude, the snarkiness, all of the cursing and all of the kind of like demeanor and everything like that. Like, it was one scene I remember just seeing him do that is like, it's totally like what you would see him do in the comics or whatnot like that. This going off of like what I've brushed up on for the comics and everything. But yeah, it's just a lot of his mannerisms were like spot on. Deadpool is what James McAvoy and Wolverine are. Well, James McAvoy. No, Deadpool is what Patrick Stewart and Hugh Jackman are to Professor X and Wolverine. It's like you wouldn't recast those roles, and that's something I have to appreciate Fox for. Fox does an excellent job at casting. Like, they seem to always nail their casting spot on, like spot on from the comic book. They don't do as good as job with the, you know, costumes and everything like that. You know, they change them a lot, but this time Deadpool's costume was great. You know, as you see with the previews and everything like that, red and black, you can't really mess that up unless you decide to make it like red, black, and white. But you know, they actually made it red and black. It's spot on. Other actors in it, the actor who played Miles, I forgot his name. Miles Teller? No, not Miles Teller. That's not his name. I forgot his name. But the guy who played Weasel, he's funny. He's always funny. And you know, he's getting a little bit more promotion and stuff now because he did this movie, so he actually did a great job. You could tell that he was going back and forth a lot with Ryan Reynolds with the jokes and everything. They actually said that they cut some jokes out because some of the jokes that they said were too dark and like dirty or whatnot, and I could tell that those two had a real good chemistry on set, and like him just the jokes that they were telling were like, oh my god. So yeah, he did a great job. Other actors, The actor who played Ajax, he was your stereotypical prick British guy. Gina Carano, she was your kind of just buffed silent type. She didn't have that many lines, but where she had lines in the movie, where she actually spoke, she did them well. Like, she did them perfect or whatever. They were set for the mood just right or whatnot, just like that. So yeah, I gotta give her a plus for that. The guy who played Colossus, and I think this Colossus had a lot more character than what the other Colossus had, because the other Colossus was just that strong, just there type. He hardly had that many lines. This Colossus was more talkative. Like, he talked a lot more than what the other Colossus did, and it really made you get a feel for his character more. I'm hoping they use him more in the future. Like, they used him for I believe the New Mutants movie that they're planning on doing, and even Deadpool 2. I really hope they bring him back for Deadpool 2, because he did an excellent job. He really made me like. I already liked the character of Colossus before. The guy who played him before, he was a good fit, but this guy who like, his voice and everything like that, he just matched perfect with him and everything, the character of Colossus. So I can really appreciate that. Negasonic Teenage Warrior, I haven't seen her in much anything myself, but I mean, she was a snarky teenage girl, so yeah, that works very well. So thumbs up to her. I'll play Vanessa. I know they changed some things about her and whatnot like that. They changed some things about the story as well. Overall, they made it blend very well. They made it match up very well. They did a very good job on, like, they didn't make it like alienating anybody. It's like you understood what was going on with the changes that they did. You know, looking at his backstory and everything like that, it was a little it was a little different, and you kind of felt like, okay, how are they gonna explain this in a comic book? How are they gonna explain that in a comic book? But overall, I think they did a good job in the movie of representing that. So that's something very good. Okay, it seemed there was an alarm going off in the house, so I had to start from where I was talking from. So but overall, actresses, they played Blind Owl and Vanessa. I thought they did a good job. I didn't know that much about their characters, but I thought they did good. I knew a little bit different about Blind Owl, so, but you know, overall, I think they did a good job displaying her and everything like that. The visual effects, I thought the visual effects were awesome. They did, like the way that Colossus looked, he looked spot on just like Colossus, so they did a good job on him. In the right places. It wasn't that much visual effects, but they did them in the right places. The choreography was spot on. Choreography was real good, so you know, that you can have faith in. It was a little stuff to do with his fighting technique. I think a lot of people will like this. It represents the character a lot. Like, his fighting technique is really representative of his mind, like the way his mind is or whatever and everything like that. So I think it did a good job on that. Overall, Deadpool movie, without really explaining like the plot points and everything like that, it was a fun movie. It was a refresher from a lot of the comic book movies out now. You know, it wasn't like the stereotypical, you know, hero saves the day and everything like that. It was a story behind this, and he let you know that he wasn't a hero. He's not a hero. He's just a bad guy who punishes other bad guys. And I'm hoping that they continue that theme later on or whatnot, because, you know, when Deadpool 2 comes out, and it will come out, I hope that they show that, okay, he's still the same guy that he was. And as I said before, I'm not the biggest Deadpool fan, but the way that they made this movie, it made me really believe that this is probably one of the best representations of a comic book movie. Because if you can say that you don't like a character because the way he is in the comics, and they pretty much take what's in the comics and make it exactly like the movie, and you still don't really like him, but you appreciate them for sticking with it, then yeah, you can agree to that. I mean, believe me, I laughed. I did. I laughed. I had my moments where I was kind of like, choked up a little bit, because it was a touchy subject for me, because Deadpool, his backstory and everything, it was somewhat familiar with someone that I know, minus the killing and everything like that. But just the way that Deadpool was or whatnot like that, and some of the factors that made him become Deadpool, I believe it was like that with someone that I know. So it meant something to me, and I believe this movie can mean a lot to people that are in the same situation or whatnot. I'm not saying that this is going to be the new inspiration for people with cancer and everything like that, but I think it can make you look at it a little bit differently, But anyway, overall, Deadpool was a good movie. It was a great movie. Go see it. I'm probably going to go see it a couple more times. I give it a good 8.5 out of 10. So, yeah. This is pretty good. Really good. So, this has been Dee from the Backroom Crew. If you like what you saw, give me a like, comment, share, thumbs up, all that good stuff. And I thank you all for watching. I will see you guys next time. I forgot how I intro stuff and outro stuff, so show some class, act like you've been somewhere before. Peace.